Trend to hire senior employees is sweeping the workforce. Older workers are finding themselves in high demand. Our Pam Fisher files this report.
Despite an ever-increasing number of young college graduates entering the job market, employees are turning to workers with years of experience. Valley Area Agency on Aging helps match employees with employers.
We get a lot of people in here who have been in the homes and have, raised children and are finding themselves with nothing to do now and needing that extra income.
McDonald's is just one American corporation that hires older workers, and one of the reasons is their dependability. Employers here hope their maturity will rub off on the younger workers.
The older workers are more organized and they like things in a set certain way, to where the younger kids, it's like, okay, it's here, that's all set, but they work out fine together. It calms down the younger ones sometimes.
Like many senior employees, Martha Kobailazek came back to work after 18 years in retirement. With her husband gone, Martha says her life was empty.
I get to see a lot of people and be amongst them. I'm all alone, so what else have I got to do?
Some seniors find work to be therapeutic. One woman's aches and pains have vanished.
I feel good. I used to have a lot of pains when I would sit at home. My knees would hurt. Something's always hurting me, but I haven't had that since I've been working.
A growing number of companies are aggressively recruiting senior workers or rehiring retirees on a part-time basis. And with the U.S. population growing older, Americans are bound to see more mature faces in the workplace. In Mount Morris, Pam Fisher, 25 News.
While football players across the nation are carrying the pigskin today, many of us are carrying out our Christmas trees. Our Pam Fisher found some alternatives to the Tannenbaum's traditional resting place.
Packing away the ornaments and taking down the Christmas tree is a New Year's Day tradition for some, but as 35 million Americans dispose of their holiday symbols, city landfills are overflowing. The Department of Natural Resources is urging us to use an alternative to dumping.
Or some people are doing, at least, they'll take a tree out and put it near their bird feeder somewhere, as close as possible, which gives the birds some opportunity to hide into a well-cropped Christmas tree for protection from the cold temperatures and also from predation.
Man-made lakes and ponds with sparse natural vegetation can also benefit from discarded trees.
They use them a lot in man-made lakes because there's no natural habitat for them, because it's an excavated lake, and they use them such as Mountain Holloway. They use a lot of them in there for fish habitat.
Another alternative for discarding your Yuletide symbol is mulching. Wood chips spread over newly planted perennial beds or bulbs can insulate against cold and damage.
When you shred a tree, a Christmas tree, you can chip it and return it to the natural soil. Return it to the soil, which is natural. And it makes a natural compost and keeps moisture and so forth in the ground around the shrubbery, flowers and trees and so forth.
Many Christmas tree growers are painting their products green for cosmetic reasons. Once broken down, these trees can cause more harm than good to animals and marine life. In Genesee County, Pam Fisher, 25 News. Job security was the reason auto workers from the Big Three got together in Flint today. Over 1,000 UAW members from GM, Ford, and Chrysler packed into Local 659 as contract time approaches.
It's a wonderful thing to see that the people can retire at what they've got now. But just like you say, the cost of living eats it up.
The UAW national contract expires in September of next year. And he wants cost of living adjustments, or COLA, on pensions to be the #1 priority in negotiations. According to the union, the plan would open up thousands of jobs.
We feel that will provide job security for the younger people in the plant, and you're going to see an awful lot of people retiring when we get COLA on pension.
The idea has been rejected by the Big Three automakers during previous negotiations, but some members feel if COLA is not addressed during the upcoming bargaining talks, the negotiations could break down.
If it doesn't pass, this organization is prepared to go out across the country and obviously urge the negotiators to go back to the table.
In 1987, Canadian auto workers were granted COLA on pensions after a 6-day strike. UAW members here are hoping to duplicate their success in the upcoming May negotiations. In Flint, Pam Fisher, 25 News.
Good evening. The 1990 land assessments are out in Bay City and many residents aren't happy. According to state law, property assessments need to equal 50% of the home's value, but many concerned property owners don't think that they've gotten a fair shake. Pam Fisher reports.
Property owners became angry when they found out the results of Bay City's reappraisal program. The city hired the Cole Lair Trumbull Company to calculate home and business values in the area. The last citywide assessment was done 15 years ago, and city officials say in that amount of time, market values fluctuated drastically.
Different parts of the city increase at different rates, and this is an attempt to get 50% on all properties in the city, 50% of true cash value.
However, many residents believe the new assessments do not reflect the current market trends. They say the rates are just too high. Those parcel holders are appealing to City Hall.
I know of neighbors has gone up a lot, 4,000 and better. And I don't think it's fair for ourselves in the 9th Ward because we're not the best part of town.
While property owners reviewed their assessments on 3rd floor of City Hall, merchants were at a downtown location discussing their problems with city officials.
From what Dave Barnes said, the commercial districts were all increased, while the industrial segments were decreased. So obviously the commercial business districts are not very happy about that. The city does not want an antagonistic stand in this.
Unhappy landowners can appear before their Board of Review. The meetings will take place March 12th, 14th, and 17th at City Hall. In Bay City, Pam Fisher, 25 News. Hawk Collins, short-lived McMillionaires in only 8 short hours, went from McEcstasy to McAgony. Thelma Bellows was elated when she heard her winning numbers announced on NBC last Thursday evening.
I seen it and I hurried out and I memorized it, got a paper, wrote it down, and then the tickets were in another room, went to the room to get the tickets, and we had several, so we pulled them, scratched them off, and no winner, no winner, no winner, so we just checked the last one and there it was. And it was really a surprise.
But after appearing on live television the next day and taping the official McMillionaire winning commercial, the Bellows were disqualified. Their 23-year-old married daughter, Charlene Saunders, is an employee of the same Auburn McDonald's where Thelma received her winning ticket.
They gave me an acceptance paper, which there was nothing on there ever said, does anybody work at McDonald's? It just said, did you read the rules at the store, which I did. And all that said was immediate family or somebody living in your household, which we took it to be that's what it meant, somebody in your household.
McDonald's regional manager, Thomas Peters, says the corporation didn't feel any foul play was involved. They were just following the rules. Peters also tells 25 News he didn't know of the family connection until later in the day when the McDonald's Auburn manager told him about her daughter's employment. But the Bellows disagree, saying he knew all day and assured them it wasn't a problem.
Come to me and he said, I got to talk to you. He says, your daughter, Charlene, works at McDonald's. And he says, you're going on live. They're going to say, are you the winner? And he said, you tell them that we can see where you could have misunderstood that and thought that it meant in your household. He says, we do agree with that. And he said, so when you go on the air, you tell them that yes, according to McDonald's and Arthur Anderson, you are still the winner.
McDonald's Corporation says regardless of the dispute, the money the Bellows originally claimed has already rolled over and been given to a housewife and mother of 2 in Washington. They say the odds of winning the big money are 1 in 49 million. But I wonder what the odds are of winning and then having it all taken away. In Auburn, Pam Fisher, 25 News.